Good day everyone, I am Liza Gangan. So before we start to discuss about the lymphatic system, let's define first what is lymphatic system. The lymphatic system is a part of the immune system. It is the network of vessels through the lymph drains from the tissues into the blood. Your lymphatic system is a group of organs, vessels, and tissues that protect you from the infection and keep healthy balance of fluids throughout your body. Lymphatic system organs include your bone marrow, thymus, and lymph nodes. Swollen lymph nodes are a sign of common infections like strep throat, but also serious diseases like cancer. So let's proceed to the parts of the lymphatic system.
Good day everyone, I'm Majumila Asa Camille. So let's go to the cervical lymph nodes. Cervical lymph nodes are small nodes or glands in the neck. Swelling in the neck may indicate a nearby infection or other health condition. Treatment for cervical lymph nodes can depend on the cause. Lymphatic system is a network of organs and tissues that help support immunity. The lymphatic system is a network of organs and tissues that help support immunity. The lymph nodes are tiny, kidney shaped structures that act as filters in this system. They trap and kill viruses, bacteria, and fungi before these pathogens can return to the bloodstream. Swollen lymph nodes are usually a sign of infection, but can stem from an inflammatory condition, an autoimmune disease, a reaction to a medication, or cancer. Sometimes they happen for no clear reason. Swelling in the cervical lymph nodes may indicate a problem in the head, neck, throat, or lymphatic system. So next we have the thymus. Thymus is the organ primarily responsible for the production and maturation of immune cells, including the small lymphocytes that protect the body against the foreign antigens. The thymus is the source of cells that will live in the lymphoid tissues and supports their maturation and proper function. What is the function of the thymus? What does the thymus do? The primary function of the thymus gland is to train special white blood cells called the T lymphocytes or the T cells. White blood cells or the lymphocytes travel from your bone marrow to your thymus. The lymphocytes mature and become specialized T cells in your thymus. Next, we have the palatine tonsils. The palatine or the facial tonsils, commonly referred to as tonsils. These are the bundles of lymphatic tissue located in the lateral oropharynx. They sit in the isthmus of the fauces, bordered anteriorly by the palatoglossal arc and posteriorly by the palatopharyngeal arc. The main function of the tonsils is fighting infection. Your tonsils contain a lot of white blood cells, which help kill germs. As your tonsils are in the back of your throat, they can catch germs that enter your body through your nose or mouth. There are a few different conditions that can affect your tonsils. The most common is tonsillitis, an infection of the tonsils. Bacteria and viruses can cause tonsillitis, and the infection can be short term or acute, or long term or chronic. The most common tonsillitis symptoms include sore throat and swollen tonsils.
Axillary lymph nodes.
The lymph nodes in the armpit are called axillary lymph nodes. These nodes are integral to the lymphatic system, which is a network of vessels and responsible for fluid balance and immune function. The axillary lymph nodes filter lymphatic fluid from the upper limb, chest, and breast area. These nodes are an important part of the immune system, helping to trap and destroy abnormal cells such as cancer cells that may be present in the lymph fluid before it returns to the bloodstream. The axillary lymph nodes are divided into three levels. These are the low axilla, mid axilla, and the high axilla. Low axilla is located in the lower part of the armpit. Mid axilla located in the middle part of the armpit. And the last one is high axilla located in the upper part of the armpit near the breastbone. Spleen. The spleen is a fist-sized organ found in the upper left side of our abdomen, next to our stomach and behind our left ribs. Spleen plays a role in filtering blood, removing damaged blood cells, and helping the immune system by storing white blood cells. It is an important part of our immune system, but we can survive without it. This is because the liver can take over many of the spleen's functions. The spleen consists of two types of tissue called white pulp and red pulp. White pulp contains white blood cells or lymphocytes and is involved in immune functions, while the red pulp acts like a filter. It removes waste from the blood and gets rid of old or damaged blood cells. The right lymphatic ducts. The right lymphatic duct receives lymph from the right side of the head, neck, thorax, and the right upper limb. Right lymphatic ducts is a narrow tube that drains lymphatic fluid from the upper right quadrant of the body. It drains into the systematic venous system at the junction of the right internal jugular and right subclavian vein or right brachiocephalic vein within the neck. Right lymphatic ducts plays a role in the immune system by transporting lymph, which contain white blood cells and waste products, back into the bloodstream.
The cisterna cycloid is the abdominal organ of the thoracic duct and it receives the bilateral lumbar lymphatic trunks. It is located in the retrocoral space to the right side and the behind of the abdominal aorta. Thoracic duct. The function of the thoracic duct is to transport lymph back into the circular system. Interstitial fluid is collected by lymph capillaries from the interstitial space. Lymph then moves through lymphatic vessel to lymph nodes. Lymphatic vessel merge to create the lymphatic duct which drain into the venous system. The inguinal lymph nodes are the growing area and classified as superficial and the superficial inguinal lymph nodes reside below the inguinal ligament and subdivide into the inferior.
Hello everyone, I'm Jenny Claire Canal and I will discuss about the appendix, lymph and lymph node. So appendix is a small finger-like mass of lymphoid tissue attached to the first part of the large intestine. The appendix is a thin tube that is joined to the large intestine. It sits in the lower right part of your belly or abdomen. It is a worm-shaped tube attached to the large intestine in the human body. The symptoms of appendicitis may include the sudden pain that begins on the right side of the lower abdomen. And lymph, the thin plasma-like fluid that drains from the tissue and is transported in lymphatic vessels. Lymph, also called lymphatic fluid, is a collection of the extra fluid that drains from cells and tissues in your body and isn't reabsorbed into your capillaries. And it is a clear fluid that circulates through your tissues to cleanse them and keep them firm and then drains away through the lymphatic system. And lymph node is small mass of lymphoid tissue along the path of a lymphatic vessel that filters lymph. Lymph nodes are the filters along the lymphatic system, a small structures that work as filters for foreign substances such as cancer cells and infections. They certain immune cells that can help fight infection by attacking and destroying germs that are carried in through the lymph fluid.
Hello everyone, I am Aryan Villena and I will discuss to you the lymph node, lymphatic system, and payer patches. Now let's proceed to the lymph nodes. Lymph nodes are like filters in our body. They are small bean-shaped structures that are part of our immune system. When harmful things like bacteria or viruses enter in our body, lymph nodes act as a checkpoint. They trap these harmful things and send out special cells called lymphocytes to fight them off. Sometimes, when we have an infection or illness, our lymph nodes can become swollen or tender. This is a sign that our body is working to fight off the bad stuff. So, in the simplest terms, lymph nodes are like defenders in our body that keep us safe and healthy. Now, let's proceed to the lymphatic system. Lymphatic system is like body's cleaning crew. It's a network of tubes, vessels, and small bean-shaped structures that is called lymph nodes that run throughout our body. These tubes carry a clear fluid called lymph node lymph, which is like our body's recycling fluid. It collects waste products, bacteria, and damaged cells. The lymph nodes act like filters, catching these unwanted things in our body, can get rid of them. So, in simplest terms, the lymphatic system helps keep our body clean from the inside and out. Now the last pair patches. Pair patches are like little security checkpoints in our small intestine. They are a part of our immune system and their job is to check out what's passing through our gut. If they find anything harmful like bad bacteria, they help us they help our body to fight it off. So they are basically our body's internal health inspectors.
Spleen is a fist-sized organ found in the upper left side of your abdomen, next to your stomach and behind to your left ribs. It's an important part of your immune system, but you can survive without it. This is because the liver can take over many of the spleen's functions. Thoracic duct. The thoracic duct is the larger of the two and responsible for lymph drainage from the entire body except for the right sides of the head and neck, the right side of the thorax, and the right upper extremity, which are primarily drained by the right lymphatic duct. Thymus. The thymus is the organ primarily responsible for the production and maturation of immune cells, including small lymphocytes that protect the body against foreign antigens. The thymus is the source of cells that will live in the lymphoid tissues and supports their maturation and proper function. Right lymphatic system. The right lymphatic duct receives lymph from the right side of the head, neck, and thorax and right upper limb.
It drains into the systemic venous system at the junction of the right internal jugular and right subclavian vein, or right brachiocephalic vein within the neck. Palatine tonsils. The palatine or facial tonsils, commonly referred to as tonsils, are bundles of lymphatic tissue located in the lateral oropharynx. They sit in the isthmus of the facies, bordered anteriorly by the palatoglossal arc and posteriorly by the palatopharyngeal arc.
Hello everyone, my name is Michelle Elahorde Simangan, and for today we are going to discuss about the roots pertaining to the lymphatic system. So let us now go to the first one, which is the lympho. The lympho, it is also called as the lymph or the lymphatic system. The definition of this is the lymphoid, and the example is a lymphoid resembling lymph or lymphatic tissue. The second one is the lymphadeno. The meaning of this is a lymph node. The definition is a lymphadenitis, and the example of this is inflammation of a lymph node. The third one is the lymphangiole or the lymphatic vessel. The definition of this is the lymphangiogram, or the example of this is the X-ray image of lymphatic vessel. The next one is the spleno. The meaning of this is a spleen, or the definition of this is a splenalgia. And the example of this is the pain in the spleen. Next is the thymo, or the thymo. The meaning of this is thymus. The definition of this is athemia, and the example of this is absence of the thymus. The last one is the tonsillo, or the tonsil. The definition of this is tonsillar, and the example of this is pertaining to a tonsil.